Hi everyone, Square Peg Square Hole coming to you live today from Lehigh University. Absolutely beautiful. You know I say that a lot of campuses, but this one's also true. Happen to love it. Got a nice tour today, walked all around, was able to see some of the really cool buildings that they have. Some are pretty classic, built in the 1800s, all the way some beautiful new buildings that they have for dormitories as well as for their bookstore and some places to eat. So it's an interesting mix. You can see one of the buildings behind me, more of the classical 1800s kind of look to it. Lehigh, if you don't know, sits in the middle of the Poconos over in just outside Allentown, Pennsylvania. We're in Bethlehem, so anybody who loves Billy Joel and will remember Allentown and the song, well, this is where we're at. So Lehigh is a medium-sized campus. It's both in terms of size of the campus itself as well as student population. Those of you in my age range, and we won't say what that is, you're going to remember Lehigh as being an engineering school, and it still is highly noted for its engineering. But they've done a really great job in recent years adding into the mix all sorts of majors that focus on business. If you want to come here for grad school for education, arts and sciences, they also have the health sciences. So it was interesting when I was speaking with admissions earlier. I said, what would you say Lehigh's really noted for? What are a couple of key things that we should take as takeaways? And one person said that you can do whatever you want pretty much. Lehigh doesn't like to say no. And I thought that was a really interesting take on the school. So lots of different majors are mixed here. Some of the more popular ones are kind of quirky. Arts and engineering, computer science and business, integrated business and engineering, industrial and systems engineering, mechanical, right? So it's a little bit more traditional, but you could also do environmental. So lots of different ways to take engineering and mix and mingle it with other things. You don't have to just study engineering here, but it's obviously one of their strengths. The nice thing about the classes, about 50% of them are 20 people or less, which is really nice. Unlike, again, when I was a kid, this place is a little bit more mixed and evenly in terms of men and women. Men still outnumber the women a bit. It is a fairly white campus, so if you're looking for that kind of diversity, you know, they're trying and they're definitely adding. So one of the things the other admissions person said to me was that this is a place of community. They're really trying hard to build that diversity, integrate people together, to have a real sense of community for all so that everybody feels comfortable here, which is probably why it's rated 5 out of 5 stars for the Campus Pride Index. So if you're LGBTQ, anywhere on the spectrum, or just want to have a place that's friendly for all, this is a great space for you as well. Greek life is really big. That's what I remember from years ago, but you don't have to be Greek life. You can still come here and enjoy the rest of campus. More than half the students stay on campus all 4 years, which is kind of nice. So in terms of some famous tidbits, you know, they are a D1 school. For wrestling is their #1 thing, and when you look for who their biggest rivals are, it's Lafayette, which is down the street, which, just a little hint, we're going to be there tomorrow. So make sure you check back in tomorrow to see that. Some famous alumni, which I thought was pretty interesting. So we have, as you might expect, Olympic gold medalist for wrestling, Bobby Weaver, but we also have Kathy Engelbert. So she is the WNBA commissioner. For those of you from Long Island, New York, you're going to be a big Liberty fan, I'm sure. So she's pretty important for them. And then, just in terms of the engineering piece, this makes sense. Jesse Reno, he built the world's first escalator. So we have him to thank for getting us up and down all the malls of America so much more easily than we ever could before. So Lehigh, remember, it sits here, beautiful Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. It is definitely not for those who don't like to walk up and down hills because it's really hilly here. You'll never gain the freshman 15. Engineering, but a whole other slew of majors that you might find really interesting that you can combine with it. So if you're looking for a great school, fairly selective, but still open to a lot of students that are looking for really good STEM and business, you want to come check out Lehigh. Bye.